Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great. The potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Ribéry. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
France with the corner. They're first. Griezmann with the short one. And this is... He's had a shot! Goal! France! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
France. Judge, surely! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. France are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Ribéry. Now it's Platini. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cleared without complication. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Always onto this. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Olise. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. This looks promising. Decent chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Was he just trying to be a little too clever then? I mean, it's hard to say, but one thing's for sure. He needed to stick it away, and he knows it.
And it's Michel Platini. Koundé looking for the run. And no, that was never going to make it. Conte. Now it's Thuram. Tries to pass it through. Olise could try cutting inside here. He's had a shot! A really close shave and the last action of the first half. So your views on the first half?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those two goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game. And it's easier said than done, as we know.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's managed to get free. And it's a corner. Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Oh, good-looking ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. France are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Ribery. And it's Hernandez. Looking for options for movement. Nicely weighted ball. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Ribery. Griezmann. And this shapes to shoot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Quality ball. Knocks it into space. Olise. Conte. He is through here. Olise. Ribery. Petit. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his game, and he was.
Searching pass he's played there. He's through here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, no circumventing this opponent.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Oh, good spread.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
That is a great pick out. Griezmann. Big chance! It's a goal! With so little time left, grandstand finish! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
France give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be.
Hello bro, welcome to Steam. How are you? हेलो वेलकम टू स्टीम भाई नया चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देना। हाँ बोलो भाई बोलो, क्या बोलेगा तुम बोलो। भाई एक अच्छा फॉर्मेट बोलो तो। बोलो बोलो एक फॉर्मेट बोलो जो अच्छा खेलना पड़ेगा। तो नए आए हो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देना भाई। ये स्टॉक इन स्पीड, लेकिन इधर ज़्यादा साउंड हो रहा है ना, इसलिए थोड़ा माइक टू ऑफ আছে। नॉट सब्सक्राइब भाई, क्यों लेकिन तुम्हारा अच्छा लगे तो सब्सक्राइब कर देना भाई, नहीं तो तुम छोड़ दो, क्या बोलेगा तुम्हारे पास। No, I will not subscribe. भाई रोनाल्डो मेरा बेस्ट प्लेयर है, मेरा लाभ रोनाल्डो है, ठीक है, इसलिए उसका थंबनेल डाला है। गॉड, मेरा गॉड, वो आएगा तो मैं जितना कॉइन लगेगा ना मैं उसको निकाल लूँगा।
Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic.
Hello bro,
Now,
hello,
the
welcome to
game
stream,
itself.
good morning.
So it's down to business here. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this guy Morata is an interesting player, Peter, who has the look of a target man, but his game is...
Oh, he's been caught napping. Ribéry, and Ribéry! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And there's the shot! It's hit the crossbar.
भाई love you,
Full
love you.
marks for that effort.
Actually looks pretty annoyed
भाई
with
love you.
himself there. He's usually better than that.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. No way he was going to let him past. Brilliantly cut out. Petit. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And here's Griezmann. Dani Olmo, and that's really well manoeuvred. Mbappe. Oh, that's a fine interception. So it is still 0-0.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, played right into his path. Now, who's going to be first to this? Deftly away. And this is Raul. Plenty to aim at here. Olise is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Griezmann. And it's Fernando Torres. Conte. Griezmann. Can he get on the end of this? Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Oh, super ball! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Conte. Now there's a shapes to shoot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
भाई नेट थोड़ा सोलो चल रहा है, ठीक है.
Nick Olise! Oh, the keeper's done ever so
नहीं
well.
बंदे जो
Well,
आया
Lisa
चैनल को
actually
सब्सक्राइब
didn't
करना
do an
और एक
awful lot
लाइक कर
wrong,
देना
to be
प्लीज
honest.
भाई.
France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Olise plays it short. And here's Olise. Takes a shot. Fantastic from Olise. He's got himself an absolute peach. And France are in front. A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was. Referee's had a look and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. France are 1-0 up at half-time and it's all to play for. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Oh, that's a key interception. Raul. Now it's Torres. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Looking to play him in. Rodri promptly onto that, and that is that. Raya gets it away. Griezmann. And here's Olise. That is lovely. The ball has bounced loose now.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
And it's Marcano. Great vision.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Played into the box. And he's there to clear it. Oh, well played. Tries a shot! Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
That's the keeper's ball. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Real chance! Brilliant! A finish right from the top draw! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Fernando Torres. Hernandez. Oh, there's a probing ball. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Raul. Now it's Dani Olmo. He's on it. Can he get away? So that's it. It is all over. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world. And we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We have already started here. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation. Shot a goal! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
That has really stirred things up, and if they carry on like this, things might even get louder here.
Now it's Olise. Good-looking ball, pass somewhat off target.
भाई वो क्या है
So just a
रूम
one
कोड है
early
क्या
goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Oh, that's a key interception. Petit. More and more pressure on the ball here. Hernandez. And the pass is intercepted.
There they go, hunting again.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Koundé, Saliba. Griezmann. Griezmann. Mbappe! No, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Yeah, quick thinking and the right choice for me, but that was difficult to get right.
De Paul. Conte. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pass is just off target. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Messi. De Paul cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
He's through here. Now it's Mbappe. Just the goalkeeper to beat. He's found some space. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Takes a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak may be all it needs to change it.
France, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And we're already back up and running after half-time. France carrying a one-goal lead. Petit. Can he get on the end of this? Tries a shot! Mbappe! Irrepressible! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. 2 up now, and they are cruising. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
France are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Hernandez. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Messi. Quality ball.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Conte. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And he welcomes it in. He's in a great face-to-face with the keeper. Conte, a picture of focus and alertness. This looks promising. Oh, that was vital. Chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
That's a foul, no two ways about it.
क्या भाई रूम कोड है क्या बोलो तुम्हारे साथ खेलेगा
And
वन
he has
वर्सेस
shown him a
वन
yellow card. Looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? Tagliafico. And there's the shot! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Argentina with the corner. They're first. Messi with the short one. Has a shot! Just 5 minutes remaining now. Griezmann. Ribéry. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
France clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Nicely weighted ball. Look at the space here. Goes for a shot! Fernandez. And the referee brings it to a close. France have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more.
कौन कौन खेलेगा भाई जल्दी आ जाओ हाँ भाई हाँ, तुम्हारे साथ खेलूंगा, जल्दी रेडी दो। जीरो 5 2 2 ऑन 0848। सबके साथ खेलूंगा, ठीक है। जो जो दोबारा नया है चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देना, एक लाइक ठोक देना। जो दोबारा नया है चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देना, एक लाइक ठोक देना भाई, तुम्हारा भाई। सब लोगों के वेलकम टू स्टीम, गुड मॉर्निंग।
So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it is time to let them at it.
Well, what a game this is, Peter. The pressure on both sets of players is tremendous, and they're both expected to win no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're contesting a title, a final, or just playing for pride. This one's always special.
The action has already started. Kaká receives it in a good position here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Tries to pass it through. And that was very necessary. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
David Villa!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Now it's Messi. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Messi. And he gets rid in a hurry. Yaya Toure. And Yaya Toure! It's hit the upright. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. And he's there to get it away. Quarter of an hour played. Arsenal have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encourage the pass with...
Has a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Arsenal really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Cruyff. Messi. Shoots! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Kaká plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Well, when you say Brazilian fullback, there's only one man, isn't there?
There's been a couple, Jim, haven't there? But I guess you mean Roberto Carlos.
I do, and probably the first of the current crop of fullbacks who played as a withdrawn winger.
And he's had some wow moments along the way.
He excels.
And that is a little undercooked. Davids demonstrating his defensive quality there. And his can he finish? Azar.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be with...
And he's had a hit! Gianfranco Zola, sheer football poetry! About as smooth as it gets! And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Zanetti kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's De Bruyne. Well, that has not gone well. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Picked out brilliantly. Gabriel threads one in. Yamal.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Kaká! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Great ball, and he's in here. Gabriel did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Can he finish? He has done it! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And he's there to make the challenge. And the whistle goes for half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Arsenal are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. And the game has already resumed here. Cruyff. Yamal. And it's Azar. Now it's Villa. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Tries a shot! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And now he has 2. Arsenal find a position of real strength now. Kaká. Arsenal are looking to break at pace. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. It could be in here. Gabriel did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That's a foul, no two ways about it. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
That has ended up in no man's land. And he's managed to get free. Messi. Oh, look at the space here. Very nicely done. Oh, what has happened here? Kaká! And he hits the net. Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Arsenal are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Van Dijk has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Piqué. Davids. Zola. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, Red, nice interception. Irwin. Davids. Now Kaká. And it's Yaya Toure. Zola. And it's Kaká. It's a good spell of possession, this. He's having a go! Oh, crossbar! And he can't put it away.
Zola most definitely hit it with a lot of venom and little control. It carried hardly any danger.
No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Cafu. Kaká looking to add to his goal. And he's picked out the run. Oh, good ball. There's the shot. They've scored. And look at his joy. Is this not why we love the game?
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Rijkaard. Puskás. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Showing good feet. Oh, that's fabulous. Pass somewhat off target. Kaká will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Kaká. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Puskás. Piqué cuts it out. And here's Zola. Now it's Messi. Stood up well to him there. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Cafu tries making a foray down the right. Davids.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And here's Cruyff. Now it's Messi. That is good strength. Lovely feet. And it's Kaka. Yaya Toure heading backwards. Good running, strong and purposeful. Zola. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And no surprise, that's a booking. Zola. Now then, the ball's come loose.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Rijkaard. And the number on the board is 3. And here's Cruyff. Puskás. Davids. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Ball played for Rijkaard. Eze. And that is as far as it goes. Arsenal can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest.
हाँ बस हाँ भाई, ऑन बस से ऑन करेगा। चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो, जल्दी आ जाओ मेरे पास, मैं रूम बना रहा हूँ। भाई तुम्हारा रूम कोड सपोर्ट नहीं रहा है ना, मैं बना रहा हूँ, तुम आ जाओ ठीक है। भाई 15 मिनट मत करो, 15 मिनट मत करो, 8 मिनट करो ठीक है। भाई 15 मिनट ज़्यादा टाइम है। इसके बाद कोई खेलेगा?
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Ederson. He's got great technique, Peter, and for a goalkeeper, he's got the passing range of a top-class midfielder. I think his team will be looking to use him as a foundation from which to build both sustained spells of possession as well as quick counter-attacks. He's got a phenomenal left foot.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. So what can they make of this? Now it's Kaka, and it's been played through. Oh, super ball! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. This to go one up. And he's buried it, 1-0. Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
So, a breakthrough already. Grimaldo. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. And here's Pedri. Oh, that's fabulous. Cafu pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Pedri with the cross.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Pedri. Pedri. Good, strong midfield running here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Grimaldo just loves to go forward whenever he can. Arsenal leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And there's green grass ahead of him. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, well played. Arsenal with the corner, they're first. Zola with the short one. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Pedri. And he's making progress on the ball. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Davids gets it away. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Darwin. It's not an especially good pass, that. And that's really well manoeuvred. Cruyff. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Grimaldo. And he lines up a cross. Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Now it's Tonali. Ball comes in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Bullish header! It's in! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Certain, searing, and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Decent chance! Messi! From another planet! A finish of true class! And they've got their lead back. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Arsenal, terrific header! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Cafu, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Cruyff. And he thumps it clear. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Grimaldo. Great run on the overlap here. Alex Grimaldo puts a cross in. And that's going up front in a hurry. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Irwin. Kaka. Yaya Toure. Now it's Cruyff. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's in a good position here. Ah, that's a super piece of goalkeeping.
Listen, in those situations, he always looks as if he's in control. He never seems to get flustered. Exemplary.
Cruyff was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Grimaldo, driving on and making good progress. Grimaldo, charging forward down that flank. Header!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bellingham. That's a little off target. Bellingham going full steam down the flank. And that has left him in a heap. And he's managed to get rid. And it's Pedri.
That's good play from him.
He could be in here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Messi. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Van Dijk getting this one clear. Darwin. Grimaldo. Grimaldo goes on a charge down the left.
That's going in strongly.
Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Throw in. Davids. Kaka. Now it's Cruyff. And he's taking no chances there. And the first 45 minutes are up. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Arsenal head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. Stood up well to him there. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And it's Bellingham, looking for the run. Frimpong in 8. He rises! Oh, taken with style! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Grimaldo. It is a corner, good chance. Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. The ball has bounced loose now. And now they can spring out of defence. Showing great feet there. Quick look, then plays it in. Tries to get it clear.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Pressure stays on, it is a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And it's been taken short. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Now that's well seen too. Pedri.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Frimpong. Great chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Kohler is offering a right smile there.
Corner number 3 coming up. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. And it's Frimpong. Some good work on the right flank here. Delivers with whip. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Arsenal have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Pedri. Darwin. Kohler. And the pass is intercepted. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Kaká! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Kaká actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So, third corner of the game. Zola plays it short. And it's made its way. Can he finish? Goal! Arsenal! And again they hit the front. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Arsenal go into the lead. And that is a little undercooked. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And Cruyff! No mistake! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the lead now is 2.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Bellingham. Grimaldo. Delivers the ball. He gets big. They've done it! Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
Hello, welcome to Steam. Good morning.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Yaya Toure. Davids is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. No way through. Collar. Bellingham. That's a promising run he's making on the right. That's an imaginative pass. Bellingham. Collar.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Van Dijk. Passing is crisp and sharp. Davids. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Piqué. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. That's a sharp pass. That's good running with the ball. Threads one in, and there's green grass ahead of him. It's loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. And he's there to belt it away. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Grimaldo. Lovely feet. Oh, some tackle that. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he's in on goal. Kaká has created one goal already.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Zola. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Kaká. Zola! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Keeper's got good distance on that. And it's Grimaldo. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Yaya Toure.
Well, at the moment, we're seeing an attempt to manage the advantage.
And it's Davids. Cafu. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Now it's Cruyff. That's a good ball out wide. Back into the middle. That's at the end. Arsenal have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Messi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you sum up what Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And Cruyff! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. And that was nowhere near his best. Inzaghi. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. And a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Stood up well to him there. And here's Isak. Isak! A real chance and a real let-off.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
A probing pass, and that is expertly dealt with. Rijkaard is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Cruyff. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And this is Inzaghi. Irwin. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Messi. Now it's Cruyff. And the pass is intercepted. Now that looks a decent ball. Filippo Inzaghi. Now it's Neymar. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And he's heaved it away. Davids does really well to win the ball there. Can he get it through? And this is Messi. Big chance! Same again, same outcome.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Yaya Toure. Distributed tidily. And this is Cruyff. And the shot! Goal! Arsenal!
जो जमाना नया यार चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देना भाई.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Arsenal have taken the lead.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Kaka. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. De Gea clears.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Played into space. No, he's just misjudged that one. And that is as far as they're going to go. And it's Cruyff. Cruyff. Oh, this is a terrific... Judge, surely! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Zola deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Arsenal have their second corner now. Zola plays it short. Fires Messi! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
This possibly the last play of the half. Zola goes short. And that's been drilled in. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Arsenal can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And the action is back on the way.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Cruyff. Oh, well played, well played. Baresi gets rid without sophistication. Cafu. Now it's Cruyff. Passing nice and neat. Neymar. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Isak. Now there's a fine ball. He has found the way through. Van Dijk is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. The team still separated by the game's only goal. Davids with the slide tackle there. Looking for the run.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And here's Kaka. Olise. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's quick to get it clear again. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. That's a lovely, neat pass. Time and again, they are repelled. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Filippo Inzaghi. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Davids was in no mood for any of that. Kaká. And this is Cruyff. And he's got the beating of his man. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's chosen to go back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. So their fourth corner of the game. Chance for a shot! No mistake! And surely now, the result beyond doubt. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Arsenal could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Messi is on his own. Lovely feet. And it's Davids. And this is Messi. And that's that. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Nicely shaped ball. Plenty to aim at here. Oh, what a stop! Had to be at his very best. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Zola. And it's skewed away. And Zola! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pass is just off target. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Neatly clipped into space. Davids. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Can he get on the end of this? He can get that clear. And that's the throw-in. That's a cute ball. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Chooses to go cross-field.
Good switch, that.
Can he get it through? And that could set him on his way. And he's quick to get it clear again. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Isak.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Looking to play him in. Looking for the run. And he's in. And a shot! Goal! They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
That has ended up in no man's land. Neymar. Davids. Aimed beyond the defence. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Yaya Toure. Davids. Played out to the left flank. And he's managed to get free. Now there's a fine ball. Zola! Oh, that was wicked. A truly wicked effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Tries to play it through, and that's been slipped through. Oh, what a mistake! Cruyff. Cleared without complication. Davids. And this is Cruyff. Oh, he's been caught napping! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now it's Cruyff. Knocks it out wide. Now, can they get him away? De Gea claims comfortably. And the whistle goes for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. Second period then underway.
Arsenal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Messi is fouled. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Yaya Toure is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Cafu for Yaya Toure. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Rijkaard. And it's Inzaghi. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. Irwin. Now it's Cruyff. Judge, surely! There it is! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Arsenal get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
He's in plenty of space here. He has found the way through. And Messi! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Cafu cuts it out. Almost an hour gone. He's being chased here by an unwelcome guest. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And that's gone loose. Howson is the team's great visionary. Well, that has not gone well. Kaka. Neymar. Davids. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, that pass isn't the best.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Lovely ball and a real chance now. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. 75 minutes played. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Zola.
Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And he's straight offside. Time then for the first substitution of the game. Fiore, and that's really well manoeuvred. Howson. Oh, terrible pass. Oh, that's fabulous. Little doubt, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned. Played out wide. There, and he shoots! That's a bad place to challenge.
Hello friends,
What's he
hello,
giving?
welcome to Steam. Good
Arsenal,
morning.
with the clock ticking away, have a chance to change the whole picture. To further improve their position of comfort. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
Arsenal could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Cafu. 4 extra minutes added on. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Played back in. Thinks about the shot. Very nicely done. Azar. Now Fiore. And that is as far as it goes. Arsenal are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief.
हेलो भाई बोलो बोलो पर 2 vs 2 खेलेगा ना 1 vs 1 खेलेगा 2 vs 2 ठीक है तुम बनाओ में जाएगा रूम को डाल लो कमेंट बॉक्स में जाएगा
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And already we're underway here.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
And what's more, a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true. Just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game, for me, is marked.
Tries a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
What a fabulous run. OK, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
Davids. Not the most accurate pass. Kaka. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Back into the middle. There's the shot! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So, a breakthrough already. That's a pretty loose pass. And that is as far as they're going to go. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Kaka. That is lovely. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's picked it up out wide. Messi. And Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Stood up well to him there. Tchouameni. Davids is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And it's Kaka. Kaka! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Zola with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. Timber. Nicely worked. Real chance! And yes, it's there! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Irwin. Great vision. Zola. And the shot! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Davids promptly onto that, and that is that. Threads one in, and there's green grass ahead of him. Great chance! Goal! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Arsenal take the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Messi. Oh, easy pickings there. Tchouaméni. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. And he was quick to react. Rijkaard. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. And the half-time whistle goes. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Arsenal are leading by one in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. And this is Cruyff. Tchouaméni. Neymar. Can he get on the end of this? That's been cut out. Well played.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Davids. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nicely weighted ball. Rijkaard. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Shapes to shoot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And it's Davids. And that's a dangerous ball. And Zola! It's hit the upright. Kaká. And this is Messi. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Now then, the ball's come loose. And this is Messi. He's picked his way through. Messi! Oh, off the bar! And for a moment, time stood still. Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Oh, there's a probing ball. Aberdeen have the chance to go the other way. It's a good spell of possession, this. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Neymar. Tchouaméni. Cafu. Aberdeen are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Piqué produces the perfect tackle there. He shifted it to the flank, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Caresses it through. That is a brilliant interception. So much goes for a shot! It's in! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Can he finish? He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. Eyeball to eyeball with the goalkeeper.
इधर ज़्यादा साउंड हो रहा है ना, इसलिए थोड़ा रिपीट कम देना पड़ रहा है.
Goal! Arsenal! Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It was definitely a brave call by the referee to give that penalty, and I think the way this game has gone, it could easily turn out to be the decisive moment.
Zola. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Davids. Played into space out wide. Oh, played through for the wide man. Well timed, excellent interception.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And this is Zola and Cruyff! Straight at the keeper.
Well, that looked very much like a case of stage fright. His job is to steer clear of the keeper.
Chance! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Applies the finish! They want to be quick to recover this. Timber is there to clear. And he's gone backward here. And that is that. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. Zola claiming the Man of the Match award. And there is very...